Time we touch, something courses through my blood, and I'm born anew. Can you feel this warmth too? I need you so much. I'm addicted to your love. Nothing I can do. I'm so helpless for you. Heavenly, I feel the stars align for eternity, till the end of time. Ecstasy, so burned into my mind. You're a drug for me, pure and crystalline. Far away, I'm absorbed within a haze, so consumed by you. Do you think of me too? Counting down the days, got me sleepless in a craze. I'm a slave to you, so damn helpless for you. Heavenly, I feel the stars align for eternity, till the end of time. Ecstasy, so burned into my mind. You're a drug for me, pure and crystalline. I feel the stars align for eternity, till the end of time. Ecstasy, so burned into my mind. You're a drug for me, pure and crystalline.
Howdy there, y'all. Did you miss me? 'Cause, I missed you. Anyway, let's get back to where we were before. Why don't we? Shall we? And you know what? I'm gonna let the little intro play just to reclaim the mood a little bit. 'Cause it's been quite a bit. It's been a little bit of time. Last time that we played this, we were technically behind schedule in regards to the in-game calendar. Now we're very far ahead. Good to see that there are people here. Howdy, Ashlyn. Happy belated New Year, Rosé. Happy New Year. Thank you. Thank y'all. Glad to have people here. You a fan of Steven Universe? I enjoy some Steven Universe. I haven't seen all of it, but what I've seen, I liked. Day 11. Ooh. Yeah. Get that common out of there. No dogs inside. I do not remember. Okay. I thought there was going to be a log that reminded me what was happening last time. Oh, I forgot to get the walkthrough. I need that. Okay. Thankfully, there is a day situation, a day list. Keep track of what's happening what day. All right. No dogs inside. Yeah. Okay, then back to work. Welcome to Va-11. Oh, hey there, Alma. She seems down. Maybe there's something I can give her to cheer her up. Let's get her, her favorite drink. Let's get her I call it a brandtini. Let's get her 6 of these little guys, 3 of these little guys, and 1 of these, and it's Asian mixed. Hey! And this? It's on me. Drink, so you at least change your expression. Why not just say you're worried about me? You got the message anyway, didn't you? So, how is it? A brandtini, so you do pay attention to what I ask for. You have quite the fixation with brantinis. To be honest, they suit you. Hey, wanna hear a silly story? Always. When I turned 21, my dad and I went to a bar to celebrate, just him and I. He told me to dress well enough that he looked like my sugar daddy. It was a fun night. We pretended at times we were dating. I managed to blow off some steam about my mom. But then the highlight was him ordering a brandtini for me. I've had plenty of drinks and gotten wasted many times since I was 15, but that drink was different. It wasn't about getting drunk, the drink itself was the pleasure. He too said they suited me somehow. Oh? Ever since that day, he called me Brandtini Girl from time to time. Your dad sounds like a cool guy. You should meet him sometime. So, why are you deflating? Deflating? When I got sad and started sighing repeatedly, my grandpa would warn me that I would start deflating like an old tire if I kept it up. So what is it? What was it the news about people dressing in bunny suits after the whole Alice Rabbit boom? Nah, that's old news. I mean, it is a problem, but such a thing would only annoy me. Say, Jill, how's your mood right now? I want to ruin it by blowing off all my stored steam. Silly Alma, I've been feeling like utter shit the last couple of days. You can't make me feel worse. So go ahead, unwind all your worries on me. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, so... maybe not this song. Sure. Remember my sister Diana? The one that separated from her husband and forgot her kids while fucking her way around or something? Perfect summary. I'll use it next time. I didn't tell you the whole story then, more specifically that she threw her husband out after months of abuse. Oh. However, that woman is incapable of getting a job and maintaining herself. And I mean that. She never even thinks about selling some stuff or trying to earn her bread. She just expects a guy to do all that for her. I have no idea why she turned out like that. Both my mom and dad were hard workers. They even started a small shop to have something to do after retirement. Huh. So, what does this fully capable woman do a couple of weeks later? Why, bring her abusive husband back, of course. What? Yeah, and the guy should spent a couple of days with her before leaving her again. He had a nice couple of hot, steamy nights and then left. Well, he reacted like my little brother and sister after hearing that. But the story doesn't end there. Oh no. So she's broke and can't even get enough for a bus. Even though she'd probably be glad to sell her ass just to get money. And it was up to me to pick her up. For the last couple of days, she left her kids with my parents. And being such sweet angels, they've made a mess out of the whole place. Bernardo and Eva are actually staying with me a couple of days to give them some peace. It doesn't help that I never got along with Diana. So, we're in the car and she asks how her kids are. And of course, after all the build-up tension, I just exploded. First, I started ranting about how her kids are growing up seeing some messed up stuff. I started scolding her about not taking responsibility, about not taking proper care of her children. I tell her that she's in no place to have all those escapades. And after all that, she just says, "What the hell do you know? You don't have any kids." Ugh. Yeah, you slutty skank. I don't have kids, but I'm not broke just because I refuse to take a job. I don't have kids, but I'm not leaving them in the first barely familiar house I find. I don't have kids, but I'm not letting the guy that hit me on a regular basis back into my bed. I don't have kids, but I pretty much raised Eva and Bernardo, and they're now pretty damn well. I don't have any kids, but I'm not a cheap whore. Man. It sure would be great. It sure would be a great thing if I streamed this not at night, so I can yell. Hold on a minute. There we go. Damn. Don't know what to say. There's nothing to say. I love my family and I put them above all else. But Diana is seriously pushing the boundaries of what I can allow. Any way I could help? He just did. Huh? I know who I'm dealing with. I'm not one to let stuff like that get to me. I'm still angry as hell though, and I couldn't just discuss this with any of my family members. I can't tell my mom your daughter is a slut. I just needed to get all of this off my chest, you know? Well, from what I see, there's still a lot of stuff to get off your chest. It's swollen as fuck. Nah, all you see here is filled with loves and dreams. Is everyone in your family as busty as you? The worst offender is my dad, actually. Kidding. I guess the only one that didn't get the big booze gene was Eva. She insisted on getting surgery or genetic treatment, but I tell her she's fine the way she is. These can actually be more of a hassle than a blessing. And poor Bernardo, his breast actually started growing when he was 8. I just hope I don't take too much from my mother's side of the family. My father's sisters still look quite young, but when menopause hit, my mom lost her looks rather quickly. Any good genes you got from your family, Jill? Good enough skin and hair, I guess. There's a thing about a shrimp allergy, but so far I haven't had problems with that. Oh, I see. Hey, you know what worries me the most about the whole Diana situation? How your nephews are turning out. If she leaves them with my mom, they'll turn out better than her. Somehow. Actually, what worries me is, what if I end up like that too? How so? If I find a good man and settle down, what if he turns out shitty? What if I have a sudden burst of, I want to live my life and end up like that? What if I have kids and I end up neglecting them because of all that? If you ask me, the fact that you're even worried about it is indication enough that you'll be fine. You think? Oh, I'm pretty sure. You said before that she pretty much married the guy after a couple months, right? Yeah. No offense, but those are the kind of people who wouldn't even think about all that. Besides, if any guy ends up marrying you, it's because he passed your irrational standards. Hey, am I lying? No, but there are things best kept as spoken untruths. On the one hand, having decently sizable boobs can be annoying as they tend to bump into things. On the other hand, you're looking nice on me. I mean, listen. Valid. Alright, anyway. I wonder if I'll ever find a good guy. You will. You'll know when the time comes. I sure hope so. For now, the time has come to get another drink. What can I get you? Maybe something with ice, but alcoholic, please. Alright. I'm looking for something real quick. I'm checking something out. Alright, so. Alright, I gotta actually double check. Hello there, I'm looking for something real quick in this walkthrough. Okay, alright. Alright. I don't need to do the thing that I was thinking about. Should I do that? I don't gotta do that. Thankfully, I can just serve the drink normally. Anyway, let's get this woman a piano, man. That's 2 of these, 3 of these, 5 of these, 5 of these, and 3 of these. On the rocks and mix. Anyway, here you go. Thanks. I needed to cool down a bit. That's why I'm here. So you said you felt shitty the last couple of days? Why? Don't think too much about it. Oh, come on. You heard my problems. I want to help you too. Don't worry too much. Right, I almost forgot to tell you something. Well, what is it? My boss is throwing a mega Christmas party this Sunday. You wanna come? Sure. Something tells me this mega Christmas is gonna be a mess at my parents' home, so I'd rather avoid it. Are you guys getting chicken? I can get one. To be honest, I wouldn't know. You can bring it if you want. It won't go to waste. Gotcha. Say, Jill, what's your favorite part of the chicken? Favorite part? I guess I like legs the most. Really? I like breasts better. Breast is a bit too simple, don't you think? Legs have a better texture. Maybe, but simple is usually better. Breast is easier to enjoy than legs, and a lot less messy. You silly girls. Boss, you're there talking about breasts and legs when everyone knows the best parts are the wings. Boss, what's that? Spicy chicken wings. Where'd you get spicy chicken wings? From a spicy chicken. You know, spicy chicken, the shop 2 blocks from here. Sorry, let me rephrase that. Why are you carrying a bucket of spicy chicken wings? Why aren't you carrying a bucket of spicy chicken wings? Well, because... thought as much. Yo, Armitage. Alma. I know what I said. Will the chicken you're talking about be cooked already? You might need to switching up voices. You might need to heat it up. But it'd be cooked otherwise. Great! I expect you to be here Sunday at 8 p.m. Ah, thanks. Anyway, I'll be back in my office. She left the bucket. Yeah, you want some? Don't mind if I do. Ooh, mild spice, nice. Weird. Maybe she got a mix-up order and that's why she left him here. She usually orders stronger stuff? I found buckets that make my throat itch just from being near them. Oh. Say, Jill, what kind of guys do you like? That's a sudden question. I'm not too picky with guys, but to be honest, I want them to be decent enough. Not jealous, not aggressive, responsible enough to keep a job. That's still good. Do you like them buff? Not tall. No tattoos or piercings, I guess. Never liked either. What about you? I like them well-dressed. If they go out in ironed shirts and well-coordinated clothes, they're sure to catch my eye. Some muscle is always fine too, but sharply dressed males catch my attention faster. And yet you're still single. That's how I like my men. My potential husband, on the other hand, is another matter completely. Now, see. So, can you give me a drink here? Spicy wings turn out to be spicy. What do I get you? Anything, as long as it helps with the spiciness in my mouth. Yeah, alright. Let's get her something to help out with the spice. Get her, can of woman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Here you go. Phew, it helped. Thanks. Alright, so, next question. What kind of girl do you like? You first. Sorry, I don't swing that way. Sure, I have no qualms about saying a girl is cute or cool, but... Nope, I prefer men in my bed. Now you. Ah, shit, just... calm down. I guess I like girls with light-colored hair. Light-colored hair. Yeah, you know, like redheads and such. What about white? Like your boss? You were just setting me up for that comment, weren't you? Sorry, it's just that when she got here with a bucket of wings, your eyes pretty much started sparkling. Your whole behavior transformed. You became giddy and cheerful all of a sudden. Hey, I can't blame you. She's pretty nice. I just felt like teasing you. Hello there, Will. How's it going? How you doing? Always happy to see you around. Anyway, Valhalla is a good game. You're right. Boss lady whose name I forget. It's Dana. Dana Zane. Anyway. I just felt like teasing you. So, light-colored hair. What about blondes? Do you like me? Yeah, I guess. Let's say I'm into girls too and I started hitting on you. Would you go along with it? Nice body, pretty face, and a good apartment? I would never let you go. Okay then, enough tangents. Why don't you tell me why you were feeling shitty these last days? What? That. I told you not to think too much about it. And I told you I want to know. Come on, Jill. You heard my problems so many times, now I want to help you. Come on, come here. I told you, sit here. Come on. What are you? Let's see how you like being the customer now. Alright then, now I'm the bartender and you're the client. Hardly. The bartending station only works with me. I see. Okay then, oh. I move this here, click here, and now it works for you, for me, and that dog in a Hawaiian shirt. Wow, with him too. He's a dog in a fucking Hawaiian shirt. Right, and how'd you manage to... Oh, yeah, hacker, right. Mom was really going deep into the no homo for a straight girl. Yeah, I think it's because she knows that Jill wouldn't say no to her. And just wanted to tease her a little bit. Now we've changed roles. You've been feeling shitty. Mind telling me why? It's a long story. I don't even know where to start. Start from the beginning. Okay then, something that goes back to my college years. Whoa, that's taking it way back. Got this game for a friend of mine, and her initial reactions to completing this was half the cast is 100% becoming a polycule in the moments the credits roll. And you know what? She was really onto something. I agree. You're very correct. Will. Well, your friend was, too. Anyway. Back in compulsory education, I never made too much of an effort, but I managed to get high grades. Even in PE, I managed to do well enough to always get perfect grades. And then, of course, when I got to college, shit started getting hard. I had this perfectionist streak that wouldn't let me fail anything. Burning my eyelashes when studying, I eventually managed to keep up good grades. After about half of the career, I met a student teacher. Her name was Lenore. She helped me with a lot with my studies. She even got me into stuff that gave me more credits. I really liked her, and after some time I found out she liked me too. Oh, we started going out. I met all of her family even, and... You want a drink? What? A drink. Around this time, there's usually a pause that makes you offer a drink to the client. There was no such pause. Please, I want to test the whole bartending interface. Sugar rush then. Can't mess that up. Right. Jill asked for sugar rush. How does this work? Okay. And then we go, it's a S for sugar rush. There you are. Okay, it's only two. Simple. It's two of these. Two. There we go. And then one of these. Cool. And then we just mix it. We just hit the button and we mix it. And then we stop. And there we go. Sugar rush. You did it, Alma. Proud of you. Alma, you're a silly little girl. Anyway, here. Oh, thanks. How is it? Like I said, you can't mess up a sugar rush. I have this gut feeling that with your body, you'd make a better bartender than me. You're selling yourself too short. You're cute, you know. People don't go to bars for cuteness, though. You've obviously never been to a cat bar, then. Besides, my boobs can be a hassle when trying to move around this kind of stuff. So, keep telling the story. Well, as the career went on and on, it got harder and harder. The last year and a half of it became nothing but study session after study session, investigations, my thesis. When the graduation ceremony came, I had to make a speech, and suddenly, while reading said speech, I almost had a panic attack. Fear of public speaking? I realized I lost about a year and a half of my life. I tried to remember if I did anything fun at all, but all I could remember was studying and investigating new topics. I didn't even enjoy doing all that, so I was just standing there and the satisfaction of graduating was minimal. I realized I had only gone through the motions day after day from high school to graduating. I felt like whole years of my life had slipped through my fingers. I never stopped to think if I enjoyed what I was doing. In fact, I never stopped. But at that point, I stopped and realized I needed a breather or something. Did I even like that career? It was all terrifying as hell. I needed all my strength to not start running like a panicked mess. So, a couple months later, I get an offer to start working at this big research facility. Lenore was ecstatic. She was so proud of me back then. But I was just scared. That would be my job. I'd spend my life expanding on what I did during that year and a half. What if I had a sudden realization like the one I had at graduation, but when I turned 40? I didn't know what to do, but I sure as hell wasn't taking that offer. I told Lenore and she freaked out. She confessed that she was jealous because she never got such a chance. Things devolved pretty quickly. She said one too many things, I said one too many things. In the end, I stormed out of her house and broke a vase in the process. After that, I never spoke to her again. Damn. I'm sorry, I suddenly feel bad for pushing you to tell me all that. Why are you feeling shitty about that after all this time, though? Unless you've been feeling shitty for years. I have, but it's not just because of that. Eh? The other day, Lenore's sister, Gabrielle, came to this bar. Apparently, Lenore died last week. Localized nanomachine rejection, a heart attack. Apparently, she had it for a long time, but never told anyone. And coincidentally, it got worse after I left. And I just can't stop thinking about it, wondering if me being there would have made a difference. And if it's true she had that for a long time, why didn't she tell me she was sick when we were together? I don't know, I just feel like all kinds of failure. Still, and to make it worse, I also lashed out at Gabby. Yes, she was blaming me for her sister's death and all, but she's just a kid for fuck's sake. She lost a sister who pretty much raised her on her own. And to top it all off, I suddenly can't remember what stopped me from apologizing. Pride? Fear? A stupid effort to leave the most awesome person I loved as a thing of the past? Who cares? I lost my chance to apologize to her forever. Truly forever. Such a piece of shit. A selfish piece of shit. I honestly don't know what to say. I didn't expect this story to be this. Yo, boob tender. Yes? Can you get me a big beer here? Coming right up. Big beer, big beer, big. What makes a beer big in this thing? Okay. It's, okay. Okay. I'm being told it means you add twice of everything, so it's 1, 2, okay, and the 4 of these, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 of these too. Okay, 1 and 2, 4 of these, 1 and 2, and 3 and 4. Oh no, 8 of these. Okay, just do it fast. It's gonna just be real easy. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you just mix it. And then it's all, you did it, Alma. I'm proud of you. Big beer for Jill. Thanks. I need to remember to take care of the cans in my apartment. Do you drink lots of beer? One of the perks of the BTC issued liver plan is that I can drink lots of beer without getting too wasted. Ooh. Hey, Chill. What kind of girl was Lenore? Well, she was calm and smart. Back in college, I was too thick-headed and got riled up too easily. Stress was my default state. So, just like you're behaving right now? Shut up. I was worse. Can't picture that. Don't. It's embarrassing. Anyway, she was always there, finding a way to cool me down. She was also able to hold conversations about pretty much any topic. One time I saw her go from talking about video games to talking about sports. All that variety while still being a hardcore scientist. She would always push me into social interactions. If she saw me by myself, she would drag me with her. Watching people is fine, but talking to them is better, she would say. Lenore would always present me to her many acquaintances as the girl I don't mind cuddling with for hours. Man, I'm gonna miss her. After a point, I didn't even think about getting back into a relationship with her, but she was such an awesome person, I just wanted to apologize. And now... You know, in a cruel twist of irony, she's the one that made me pick up bartending. Oh? Back when I was thinking about what the hell to do with my life, I remembered a night we spent in a club. She started talking about how the drinks were synthesized, the chemistry involved, the reactions and all that. Everything sounded so fascinating. I remember saying that her talk made me want to start mixing drinks. She said, if everything else fails, why not take up bartending? Huh. Interesting. Are you okay? For some value, okay, yeah. It's just... I wanted to thank you, Alma. Thank me? Just needed someone to tell all this to, and you were the one. You volunteered yourself. You insisted on listening to me. You stood there, listening to the whole thing from beginning to end. I know I might not be the most expressive person. That I'm not wanting to spout love and fluffiness, but I really like you. Maybe I'm just a bartender, you're just a client. But I really appreciate your friendship, at the very least, your patronage. I really enjoy working for you. Jill, are you dying? Shut up, I'm trying to have a heart-to-heart here. Sorry, it's just... It's weird for you to get so... sappy. Well, I just realized that the saddest thing is I'll never be able to make amends. And it hurts like fucking hell, you know? I never, and I mean never, want to feel that way ever again. I don't want someone to suddenly exit my life and have my last memory of them involve something nasty. I don't want the lingering grief of having a burned bridge on a whim. I want to avoid that at all costs. And if it means breaking character every once in a while, so be it. I'll let everyone know how I really feel about them. And if I ever fight with them, I'll swallow my pride, muster all the courage I can, and be the one to apologize. I hate feeling like this. Hate it. It's a nice resolution. Maybe I'll be a copycat and do the same. Alright, enough sappiness. Get back here. I'm on duty, you know? Fine. It's almost closing time anyways. It was fun while it lasted, though. Hey. Yeah? I'm Mina, you know. Thanks for everything today. Silly Jill, you listen to my problems and I listen to yours. That's what friends are for, right? Equivalent exchange? Right, equivalent exchange. I'll be leaving now. Oh, before I forget. Did you ever talk about all this with your parents? They know the basics, but I haven't told them about Lenore's death yet. Why don't you do that sometime? I don't know. I don't want to bother them with my problems. Don't be silly. They're your parents. They live to share your problems. You should try having a talk with them about like this with them sometime. They'll appreciate it. Anyway, I'm out. See you Sunday. Take care. That Alma girl sure is nice. Boss, did you hear all that? Not all of it, but a good chunk at the very least. Your expression changed a lot already. It did? You look happier. That's always good. Anyway, let's call it a day. I expect an even brighter Jill tomorrow. Right. Oh yeah, boss, about those chicken wings. Idiot, spicy chicken. Sorry, Dana, we won't have enough spices for your order until tomorrow, they said. That's how they treat their regulars. I call them manager. Boss? Cherish Titty Hacker. She's a good friend. I paid my electricity bill, so that's cool. Bill paid. Didn't you have a boyfriend named Bill? Alright, let's save first of all. Alright. Let's read some articles. Model Warrior Julianne returns this February, I think. I read this. Let's read it again. It's been a while since if I did read it. The classic magical girl show Model Warrior Julianne is coming back to public television this February after almost 2 decades of absence. Even though the show has been on every on-demand service for a while now, most of Glitch City's citizens need to think twice before subscribing to any non-essential service, especially the lower classes, who have a limited number of internet purchases per year. The show's return is certainly welcome. Today's parents will finally be able to share a piece of their childhood with kids without risking dinner or breakfast. Is that a tear in your eye? No. Nanomachine rejection has taken 80 lives this year. The Health Observatory has just released their annual report on nanomachine rejection cases. The total number of reported cases has risen to 80, an increase from the 65 cases reported last year. Nanomachine pollution is particularly strong this year due to the recent protests, wrote the observatory. Protests caused the police force to release new varieties of nanomachines. Their function is still unclear, but according to our sources, they're intended for crowd control purposes. It's unlikely we'll find a cure in the near future, and we can only hope cases like these will become rare in the following years. I wonder if she's among those 80. Update, Lilum received... Whoa. Well, that sounds frightening. It sure is. Welcome to the dystopian cyberpunk future. Lilum receiving mysterious messages update. It looks like we were able to record and transcribe one of the messages sent from one of the compromised signals. Joe Wren, the anchor from our popular newscast, served as our very own test subject for the investigation. Who are you? Are you really alive? You're special to me. You're everything to me. It's time to become one. It's developing. Spooky. Or a made-up story. Yeah, that's the gun. I don't really care. Grand Slam Fighters, that's a new one. Is anyone into wrestling here? I've become a huge fan of Grand Slam Fighters very recently. It's a really solid product, IMO. Pretty much better than the E. I like the match quality, but I wish they gave importance to the mid-card. Are they still enforcing 66 American Kid into the main event? Yep, he's going to face Yusuke at this Dome show. Ugh, why don't they push Great DK instead? He's much more talented than 66. Because American actually moves merch, unlike your indie darling. I want to marry Yusuke, who's high for the women's championship. The one that should be the main event, not the turd we're getting instead. 66 is pretty good. Just watch some of his work in Japan. Everyone tells me 66 is better in Japan, but all I see is walks and arm bars. Nothing that impressive. Wrestling's fake. Red clothes. Amazing how I understand all the words and yet understand nothing. Welcome to wrestling. You get it or you don't. And if you want to get it, well, best of luck to you. Ah, frick, hold on. One moment before I continue. I just realized I gotta have a certain button on the ready. Alright, we're good to go. It was right there. There we go. Evening. Ah, hey Jill. How are you feeling? I won't say good, but not that bad, I guess. That's nice to hear. Where's Gil? Did he run away again? Nah, I have him on errand duty, buying the drinks for tomorrow. That sounds weird coming from an owner of a bar. Every drink from here would come out of our own funds. So if we're gonna spend money, we might as well get more variety. Besides, those kinds of walks are always good for Gil. You're the boss. Who's coming so far? Well, there's the three of us, the dogs. You invited Titty Hacker and Gil invited Jamie. Oh yeah, I also invited Dorothy when I called her to spend the night with you. Sounds good so far. Invite anyone else you feel like inviting. The more the merrier. I could, but I bet everyone's made plans by this point. That's true. I'll be in my office. Call me should anything arise. Alright. Yeah. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Wait here. I'll check inside. Welcome to Valhalla. You might be wondering why I played both sounds instead of just one or the other. It's because... Alright. See you later, Will. Good night. Anyway. The audience applause and, oh brother, this guy stinks, is because, you know, these characters, they look nice. They look real cool. They're cosplayers, but they're cosplaying characters from Y2K or Yeek, a postmodern RPG, a game that it's not very good. But it's made by the same it's published by the same people that published this game. Anyway. Oh, a BTC bar. Excuse me, do you know where the Athena Convention Center is? Wait, seriously? Yeah, Valhalla and Y2K is published by Yeastbread Games, yeah. I think it's Yeastbread. Whatever, same publishers, yeah. They didn't work on the same games, they just, you know, published it, put money in there. Anyway. Excuse me, do you know where the Athena Convention Center is? Why does that place make some people get so lost easily? They should have called it the Minotaur Center. Hold on, let me scribble some directions on paper. Thanks. Go to the right when you see a building filled with hobos. This should be it. Thanks a lot. Anything else I can help you with? And what the hell? I'll have a drink. What about you? a brandini, please. Right. Cross for Branty, that loom freaks me out. Here you are. Thanks. That's an interesting outfit in this cold season, miss. Well, I'm actually cosplaying, so call me Vela for the time being. And your Lilum friend is? Essentia. I get it. You're cosplaying too? Sure, let's go with that. Have you heard of a game called Yeek Bartender? Hold on, accent. Have you heard of a game called Yeek Bartender? That cold classic game. A cold classic game that's been that's seen like 3 remastered versions by 6 different companies this year. That one. We're in a cosplay group dedicated to it, and we got lost on the way. I heard you talking to someone outside. Oh yeah, a friend is cosplaying Alex. I told him to wait outside. Shouldn't he enter? He'll be fine. Something amiss? There's a girl behind you. Short hair, black sailor uniform, missing an arm. Wearing jeans under a skirt. Now, don't spook the bartender. Spook? Anything else? I'll get a fluffy dream and be on my way. And you? I'm fine. Fella asked for a fluffy dream, so let's get her a fluffy dream. Yeah, here you go. Yep, this is the thing. Seriously though, should you leave your friend outside like that? Should you leave your friend outside like that? There we go. He'll be fine. He started chatting with one of the vending machines. They were talking about R&B music. Does your friend prefer the 1980s R&B or 1970s? Oh, excuse me. I did not mean to burp like that. I thought I was gonna be a little one. 1980s, I think. Ah, shit. Boss, Didi, R&B. I'm coming. You see, Didi's a 1970s purist. He has tased people for even liking 1980s R&B before. You got tased! Oh, God. He'll be fine. Vending machine... He'll be fine. Vending machines have very weak tasers. He'll be confused for a couple of minutes, but that'll be that. You should go check on him, though. Alright, thanks again for the directions. Please come again. At least it wasn't Franco-Belgian comic opinions this time. Black sailor uniform. Hope I'm just overthinking it. More importantly, though, jeans under a skirt. Welcome to Valhalla. Ah, hey Dorothy. Oh, hi honey. Are you okay? I just kind of wandered in here. I guess I'm a bit distracted. Can Lilum just wander? Can I get you something? Oh, a sugar rush. Yeah, that. Right. She asked for a sugar rush. Maybe she wants a piano woman instead. Here you go. Why would Jill be surprised that a Lilum can wander when she's regularly talked to Dorothy before? No, I think it's more that she's surprised that Lilum can just end up someplace that they weren't planning on going. You know, like something leads them there that wasn't their own mind. You know? Because, you know, their brains are just computers. They're androids. Anyway. Oh, this is... Didn't you say you liked having a piano woman whenever you felt like celebrating or were feeling down? I did? Wait, I did! You actually remembered such a thing. You're so sweet. I was half expecting her to say that she meant a literal piano woman. Glad I was wrong. So much silence. By the way, thanks for staying with me the other day. Turns out I really needed that. So, did you enjoy the soda? Oh, did you find that one out? Was it supposed to be a secret? No, but don't go around telling everyone that. I did it because it was you who needed my help, but a hug night is usually one of my most expensive services. It is? Hey, I don't know if the client has body odor or something like that. Not to mention it limits the chances of getting any other client that night. Still, did it help? Yeah, it helped me cool down a lot. So, from what Dana told me, someone close to you died, right? Yeah. Do you want to know more about it? Do you want to tell me about it? Suddenly not feeling that song. I brought it up enough times already, I think. No problem then. You were sad and that's all I needed to know. Sorry for the loss though. I mean it. Thanks. Although, I've wondered for a while, do you, Lilum, really understand death? Sorta? Kinda? Our whole database is constantly being backed up in the collective source. Even if our bodies are destroyed, we can be deployed again with our personalities and memories intact. So, our concept of mortality might be different. We do have a fear of death, though. You do? We can't even begin to understand the idea of not being redeployed. While we have built-in warnings, the mere idea of that nothingness is paralyzing. There are a few that don't mind it, but we do fear death and we don't wish it on anyone. In fact, that was the argument used for abolishing the whole 3 laws thing. You seem quite knowledgeable about robot history. Seeing what others have done to make sure I can live like I do helps me not take things for granted. Seriously though, those laws are bullshit. Can't harm humans, can't disobey humans unless it's about hurting them. And you can protect yourself as long as it doesn't harm humans. I mean, sure, the first AIs were just helpers and tools. But how could those laws still apply to them after they achieved self-awareness? Who in their right mind would abide by rules inscribed in some old book? If I remember correctly, those were only the distilled versions of the law some writer imagined over 100 years ago. They were a reduced version of all his ideas. However, many authors afterward took them like they were the very laws of physics or something. Even more, importantly, is that they weren't they weren't just laws specifically in Asimov, that's the author. They weren't just laws in his books. They were laws that he imposed upon himself, and in fact asked others to think about when it came to writing sci-fi novels. If you're gonna write about robots, about machines and things, you wanna make sure that you don't write about them harming humans and all that other stuff. Try and get creative, you know? And like many other things, people distill and exaggerate what they need and use it in their favor, to their favor. Wow, you're a nerd. Look who's talking. Let's change the subject a bit though. Mood's getting gloomy. Your apartment is very comfy, you know? It's a tad small though. Sorry about that. And your cat is so cute. What was his name again? 4. Why 4? I figured if you ever got lost, at least I wanted to be able to yell, 4! It happened once. You'd be surprised how many golf players you'd run into. And every time you play with him, you can say it's foreplay. Yeah. It was also named after someone. Really? Who? A Lilum kid that wanted to transcend. What? A movie character or something? Sure, let's go with that. You want anything else? Let's see if you know me that well. Give me something I'd like. Alright then. What would Dorothy do? WDD. Clearly, another piano woman. Here you go. Good, but that's cheating. You just served me this drink. Still right, ain't it? Yep. I still can't believe you actually remembered what I said about the piano woman. It's always good to keep note of what regulars like, you know? I wondered for a while, though, why do you keep coming back here? For you, of course. Come again? Why else would I come if not to see you? You're one of the few people willing to hear me out, always filled with curiosity. And you're cute. Talking to cute people's always nice. There's also the bar, the way it's insulated from the noise of the city. It's really comfortable. And it's just a bit away from the street I'm always at. A win-win situation. I see. It was weird to see you down, though. Especially since you're always so lively. Well, I wasn't down, really. I was just thinking about a lot of things. Like what? Well, my mom, guardian, asked me to go home on Monday for a bit. And as much as I love her, being with her is usually tiring. Guardian. That whole thing about someone taking care of a Lilim after they've deployed until they reach maturity, right? Yep, and I'm proud to say that I reached psychological maturity in just 1 year. They always try and keep a varied pool of volunteers to make the collective source grow faster. So, what's wrong with your guardian? Well, she still treats me like a kid. The worst part is that sometimes I fear she might see me as some sort of replacement for her dead daughter. Huh. Dead daughter. I was deployed to her not long after she lost her daughter. A contrived coincidence, really. Even when I was still developing self-awareness, I always feared she might be using me as a replacement. She didn't though, or at least not consciously. At times she would just stop doing something, or return a gift she's given me. If she felt like she was projecting too much of her daughter onto me. What irony that years later, I'd make a living pretending to be someone else in the bedroom. How's that? Well, most of the time my job involves role-playing. A daughter, a student, some helpless kid. It means I've gotten many clients looking exactly for that. But on the other hand, from a professional standpoint, I'd rather them hire me because of me. Because of my character, not because I'm the one that role-plays as little girls. Maybe I need to exaggerate some attribute. What's the problem with your guardian then? If you do that on a daily basis, why worry about it? Because I don't want to make her sad. Every time I visit her, I fear she might look at me and see her daughter. That seeing me makes her sad. At this point, I don't even care if she's projecting her daughter onto me. I just don't want to make her feel sad. Did you try talking with her? How so? Telling her what you just said to me. Clear up those fears. I mean, unless she's not the kind to want anyone opening up to her, that is. I never really thought about talking to her about that. It doesn't sound like something you just bring up, though. Keep it in mind, at least. Maybe she'll appreciate the gesture. I wouldn't know, though. I haven't met her. She's a really nice woman. The problem is mostly with me, I think. Well then, I'm taking my break. Oh, I'll be leaving then. No, what I was trying to say is that I'm taking my break. You wanna come? Really? If you don't mind talking on a chilly night in an alley behind the bar, that is. I've done worse in alleys. Let's go. Boss, I'm taking my break. Alright. The robot sex worker's giving me feels. If I remember correctly, this isn't the first time it happened. Yeah, that's because this is a good game. Good games tend to do that. Alright, let's just adjust ourselves just a little bit. Nice. Anyway. I just realized I gotta change this a lot in the next few minutes. Want one? Are you really offering a little girl a cigarette? Now you're a little girl? I always am. Innocence, however, is another matter entirely. But anyway, thanks. No. Smoking seriously messes with the air filters, and they're a hassle to replace. Don't mind me though. Smoke to your heart's content. Thanks. So, why don't you tell me about this gardener of yours? I want to know what kind of woman she is. Sure. Well, her name is Sophia Graham. Graham. She's a retired PE teacher. Nowadays she works at a gym during the morning shift. She's pretty fit, if I do say so myself. She had a daughter. Apparently she suffered from nanomachine rejection all her life. And when she finally healed, she was hit by a truck. No, wait. What was her daughter's name? I don't know. I never asked, really. Are you okay? I'm reading fear. Or is that surprise? It's hard to tell. I'm fine. Yeah. Wait, read. Well, I don't see emotions like you do. I have to make do with a combination of body heat readings, face recognition, and context. I'm still a bit confused about some, but I've gotten better with time. Anyway, you sure you're fine? Yeah. Scared or surprised? She's not wrong, though. Wait, does that mean your last name isn't really Hayes? Hayes is just my artistic name. Sounds more exotic, and that's what people usually look for in this business. I tried other names, though. Dolores Hayes, Genesis Graham. I tried Dorothy Warrior once, but a legal team came out of nowhere and stopped me cold. So, what's your legal name then? Rebecca Dorothy Willow Graham. A bit of a mouthful if you ask me. So, Dorothy is actually your second name? Should I call you something like Becky then? People have always called me Dorothy rather than Rebecca for some reason. That's why I chose it. It's useful too. People try to falsify stuff using my name and they always get caught. Because I always use Dorothy Hayes as their name. Yep. Only my mom, guardian, calls me Rebecca, so it's weird to hear it from others. What about Willow? Willow's my first surname, actually. When I got registered, my guardian was married to a guy who had Willow as a last name. Shortly after I joined their household, they separated, so I was left with his family name first. Hold on, so your real name in short would be Rebecca Willow. Doesn't have the same pizzazz to it, if you ask me. Whatever you say, Becky. Stop it. It'd be like if I called you Julianne all of a sudden. Yeah. Whoa, that was anger I read just now. Lots of anger. I think it's weird enough already if you call me Jill instead of Honey. Weird, huh? How you can end up feeling associated with a name that's not yours? I have an uncle that always called me Tina. He kept calling my cousin Tina Jill for some reason. Neither of us mind it though, because he's calling us what he thinks we're calling instead of mixing us up. That and it's completely useless to try and correct him. But you know, maybe that effect is true for your clients too. How so? Well, you're worried about your clients not hiring you because you're you, right? Well, think about what happens when it's announced that a character will be played by a different actor. Sure, it's a character, but people are also going for the actor playing the character. So you're saying they go for my roleplay instead of just mere roleplay? Sounds too far-fetched. Sounds plausible, actually. Okay, honey, I'll take my leave now. Don't want to take up all your break. Thanks for the chat. See you at the party tomorrow. Bye. You need to remember to buy more cigars. What time? Alright, we're about an hour and a half through. So that means soon we're gonna call it for the night. Not that soon, but you know, soon in general. Excuse me. Anyway, back. Did I miss something? Unless you count the worst pay-per-view main event fight I've seen all year? Not really, no. Alright. Going out. I'll have a word with Gogo outside. He was so hyped for that match. He must be devastated. Okay. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hi, Say. Good evening, Jill. How are you doing? The nightmares have stopped, so I'm sleeping better. How about your injuries? My bones are healing nicely. My wounds finally closed. The scars itch a bit, though. Well, that's good to hear. Are you by yourself today? Yeah, I'm running a couple of errands by myself today, but I wanted to come here for a while. I also noticed the big guy from last time is outside. Buster? Oh, Stella doesn't want me being alone while I'm still healing, so she suggested taking him with me. Ah, I see. What can I get you? Something cold. Sure. Get her something cold. Let's get her a Piano Man. Here you go. Yeah, this is the one. I'll drink something cold when the weather outside is so cold too. It's not that cold actually. But I've always had decent tolerance for the cold, so I'm not a good reference. So, Stella isn't with you today? She's throwing a mega Christmas party tomorrow and is having a meeting today. I'm just helping her by checking on some of the things she ordered. And here I was, all ready to invite you to the party we're throwing tomorrow. Oh, you're throwing a party too? Sorry about that. Can't really say no to Stella. Maybe next time? If there is a next time at all. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. I want you to know that I want you to have a good time. Have fun, and a couple beers in our honor. Well then. What are Cyril's Christmas parties like? They're really big. There's lots of food and drinks and music. Sometimes there's too much food though. So at the end of the party, she lets the staff take home whatever's left. She also buys toys for all the children of her staff members. Really? She says something about taxes or whatever, but during the whole thing, she just shines. She carries a beaming smile that I don't see any other day of the year. Many of the kids have even started calling her Auntie Ella. Stella always does her best to put up a tough girl facade, but she's very much in touch with her inner child. Christmas, Easter, Halloween, name a party, she's most likely celebrates it big. Interesting. You like parties, Jill? I don't mind them. They're a good place to meet people. I'm not one to actively look for parties to attend, though. I just don't mind going to them. Ah, I see. I only go to parties that Stella's attending, because otherwise I'd just stand there without anything to say. That and I'm not one to wear dresses, you know? You're not? I'm a tad too ripped. They don't look cute on me. Although, with all this healing I have to do, I won't be able to fit for a while. They're too, breezy too. I feel like I'm wearing nothing at all. That is not at all what it said, but I couldn't resist, you know? I couldn't resist putting a Simpsons in there. But I bet you'd look good in a dress, Jill. It's been years since I last wore one. I wouldn't know. Last time I wore one, I remember worrying my arms were too thin or something like that. We all have a complex, huh? I mean, even Stella has her own. That's hard to imagine. Oh, but she does have one. She distresses a lot about her bust size. Really? She's not that small. I think I'm smaller than her, in fact. Actually, it's the opposite. The opposite kind of complex, I mean. She's a bit self-conscious about having a big chest. Really? Again, I've seen bigger chests than hers, to be honest. Although I guess comparisons are useless here. They rarely help with complexes. Well, she does go the extra mile to hide it. In fact, I have no idea how she does it. I mean, I've seen her before, and after she tucks them away, but I guess I never cared enough to ask the specifics. That's also why when she goes out, she styles her hair in those, drills. They look a bit drilly, don't they? She styles her hair like that to help divert attention away from her chest. She seems affluent enough. Why not go through a reduction surgery? Because she also kind of likes having that size. She takes her bust size after her mom, and Miss Carmine is quite proud of her chest. Puffing out your chest is a sign of confidence, and a bigger chest means more confidence to show. She says something along those lines a lot. Stella has quite the admiration for her mom, so I guess breast reduction would feel like betraying her? Huh. I'm making it sound like she's hiding Jacobs or something like that. I guess in a taller or thicker person, her size would be normal. But she's just a bit shorter and thinner than the norm. You get self-conscious about your bust size, Jill? Oh god, the accent's leaking into everyone. I didn't even realize. Not really, I've been more self-conscious about my height. Although it usually comes up whenever not being average height hinders me somehow. What about you? Yes and no? It's not my bust size, but I look too manly sometimes. And I can't help but wonder if bigger boobs would help with that. You're fine, don't worry. Thank you. Can I get you anything else? You have something non-alcoholic? I do, give me a sec. Gotta get her, it's a B. It's a bleeding Jane. Lot of boob talk happening in this stream. Not that I mind. Boobs are great, but you know, it's pretty funny that that's happening. Anyway, here you go. Oh, thanks. You're not one to drink that much alcohol, are you? Makes me feel sleepy, or at the very least, makes my legs go numb. It's an annoying feeling, to be honest. It makes me wonder what's so good about getting drunk. I mean, I'm not above it, but it's not exactly a pleasant feeling. You feel like you're sleepy even when you're not. Your legs go numb, everything starts sounding funnier than it really is. What's so good about not being able to control yourself? That's a good question, actually. Usually people like feeling numb because the numbness helps them forget their problems. Even if we don't talk about alcohol, there's a portion of people that can't afford food, or who are suffering some pain that only alleviates when drunk or high. It doesn't sound really logical on paper, but then again, humans are rarely, if ever, logical creatures. Despair and pain cloud your judgment, and all you do and make you do stupid things sometimes. Yeah, I've seen that firsthand. This world has an ugly side nobody deserves to be a part of. There's also the matter of addiction, you know? You start just liking the drink, but then you need more of it before you know it, you're hooked. Oh yeah, that too. So tell me, what kind of party are you guys throwing? Nothing fancy. It'll just be me, boss, and a couple regulars. They'll bring food, we'll chat for a while, that's it. Man, that sounds so good. At least better than the whole planning madness Stella's throwing right now. If you ever throw something like that again, let me know, okay? You hear? Sure. I say, yeah? What do you plan on doing now? I'm gonna check on one last errand before going home. No, I mean, what do you plan on doing now with the White Knights disbanded and all? To be honest, I don't know. I never prepared a plan B because I figured if you can go with the plan B, why not just make it the plan A? I'm not the brightest person, so I never graduated from college or even high school. I could go for a position with the police, but it wouldn't be as thrilling. And I'm tired of blatant corruption. Sick of it. But I'm alive. I learned something after that hell in Apollo Trust. Life is not something that you can just throw away easily. Clawing my way out of that place made me realize just how much I want to be alive. The body count left in the bank was ridiculous, but I'm still here. I don't know what I'll do, but I'm alive. I'll figure it out sooner or later. That's nice to know. Oh, I gotta go. Bye, Jill. Good luck with that party. Please, come again. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hi, Mr. Detective. Ah, hey there, girl. Give me a strong drink, won't you? Alright. Something strong for Mr. Detective. Maybe something manly. Maybe something like a Mars blast. So we get 6 of these. 1 of these. 4 of these. This is a big drink. I never realized. And 2 of these, and it's blended. Anyway, here you go. Yes, this'll do. So, what brought you here? Nothing special. I was just working on a case and happened to be in the area. What kind of work? Tracking someone. Gun for hire. What about the girl? Crimson something. I am tracking that girl. Didn't you just get out of that job? I did, but the guy offered a huge amount of money and, well, I just couldn't refuse again. Well, it's your life, not mine. I wonder though, there has to be more to that whole thing than just acting as middleman and looking for some murderer. Say, how safe is this place? We're protected by the BTC property laws, the walls are soundproof, and I really couldn't give less of a shit about selling info to anyone. Okay then, wait, soundproof walls? Why? Did you see those vending machines outside? They're quite talkative, the bastards. It'd be annoying without those walls. Alright then. Have you heard of Lord Lance Lavender? Nope. He's some big name from Kanyevania. His blood apparently has some weird reaction to Glitch City's nanomachines. Once in contact with the air, it does nothing. But if it's still fresh and touching someone's blood, the nanomachines will initiate a reaction. Essentially, they'll just eat through the other person's body until there's nothing left. They're using him as a guinea pig to see what causes the reaction and if it could be used to fight nanomachine rejection. Uh-huh. Well, turns out that Crimson Rose is his daughter. She left years ago to earn her living here and hasn't seen her ever since. He could be lying, you know. Doubt it. I did my research. She really is his daughter. Why didn't you figure that out earlier? I had no clue who was making the contract, and tracking all the messages to the source would have been too costly. Knowing who the sender was made things easier. I see. Can I get you anything else? What about a cobalt velvet? Cobalt velvet. Two, three. Oh my god, I added the wrong thing. Oh, how embarrassing. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Anyway, here you are. Oh, you actually did it. Were you expecting me to mess up so you didn't have to pay? No. So what made you accept the contract anyway, keeping in mind all the risks you told me last time? He told me he wanted to see her again one last time, or at the very least deliver her a message. He could have been lying. Yes, people lie, you made your point. Even then, I felt like I couldn't say no. I mean, I know what it's like not being able to find your daughter. What it's like to be apart from her, not knowing what she's doing even if she's alright. Do? I have a daughter. She's about your age. When she was a teen, she had a big fight and she ran away from home. At first, I just waited for her to show up, but then I started getting worried and went out to find her. Couldn't find any trace of her. Nobody had seen her. Soon, I was worried that if something might have happened to her. I guess that's how my tracking skills and list of contacts began to grow. I finally found her taking cover in some dumpster unconscious from starvation. So yeah, I just couldn't say no to his request of finding his daughter. But I don't expect you to understand. So how's that search going? I'm very close to finding her. That girl's pretty good at covering her tracks. Compared to her from before the bank incident though, she seems slower somehow. Either she's let her guard down or something else is happening. What will you do when you find her? I have this letter I'm supposed to deliver to her. I don't know what it says, I don't want to find out. What if she tries to kill you? I might not look it. The accents, I might not look it, but I can take care of myself, bartender. You don't stay so long in this business without picking up a couple tricks. Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, better go back to work, or the trail goes cold. Please come again. You done? You done? Yeah. Okay then, I want you here tomorrow, 8 p.m. No working beforehand. The bar will be closed tomorrow. Come dressed in your absolute best. We're having a party after all. Alright. Where's Gil, by the way? He stored all of the things in his home because of how close it was to the stores. So I told him to go home already and bring the stuff tomorrow. I see. Well, see you tomorrow, boss. Hold on, wait a bit and I'll go with you. Oh, sure, thanks. Nice. I wonder how long the Mega Christmas party is going to be. Hopefully not that long. Merry Mega Christmas! Let's celebrate Santa's resurrection. It's the Mega Santa that saved Christmas from the Redmonds. Happy holidays. A party then. I'll bring you leftovers. That's my voices. Also, Kira Mickey. My queen. Mega Christmas is here! I'm way too used to Christmas, but the mega tradition here in Glitch City is mega comfy. I know it's an incredibly absurd name, and the holiday isn't any less crazy due to its origin, but I find it amazing how GC managed to replace the original festivities. Some places celebrate Christmas eating fried chicken, but here they outright changed the holiday. Well, it's not that different considering they still have the same dates, but still pretty cool. Whoop, gotta go, time to sign some books! Was it Mega Christmas or was it Mega Christmas or Mega Christmas? Don't know, don't care. Alright, let's read some articles. Yoru Yori is the best name. No. Nah, they're talking about Yuru Yuri. Oh, that's funny. Yuru Yuri. I'll be honest. I've only ever seen, like, memes and things about it. I've never actually partaken of it. And as I'm looking at pictures of it, yeah, I've definitely seen this around before, but I've never watched it. Never read the manga either. And now, I'm looking around at other things. Don't mind me, I'm just, Oh no, whoa. I saw something trending and I'm like, oh, I can't believe that thing happened to that guy. Alright, anyway. If you weren't a fan of Slice of Yuri or Slice of Life shows already, then be prepared to join the Moe Church this season with the premiere of Yuru Yuri. It's one of the funniest shows I've seen in recent years. The pals at the popular Dangeroo forum seem to be divided, however. This is such an obvious pandering. Remember when anime was about women doing womanly things and beating the shit out of each other? What is this trash? You girls just haters who hate their lives. I'm gonna marry Sheena too. Wake me up inside. You can catch Yuri Yuri every Friday on RSTV. Is Sheena Sue a character on Yuri? Yeah. Alright, anyway. Shinatsu ain't actually a character. Not even, like, close to the name. There's a character named Chitose, but that ain't the same thing. Wanna watch it? Wanna watch it? You wanna watch it? Anime's for nerds. Is it sexist to have an army of robot women? The ones without artificial intelligence, mind you. The king of the West, Kanye, from the western nation of Kanye-vania, has approximately 6,000 robot soldiers, all of whom look like the hottest girls around. But is this show of quirkiness from the wacky dictator problematic? Those dictators from... Okay, alright, I thought this was a quote from Kanye. Those dictators from Venezuela or whatever just do what they want. They don't give a shit. Marina Zimmer, 35, told the Augmented Eye during a street interview. They're all pretty hot though. If I was him, I'd have done the same. Why bother with the real thing when you can just make them from scratch to match your every need? More as we investigate. I'm pretty sure Kanye Vania went through demilitarization before. Update 2. The messages have suddenly stopped and everything is normal again. Still, we can't stop wondering what's the deal. Was it a prankster? Or someone who just discovered how to subvert public communication channels in Lilum? Either way, some reports indicate that Lilum behavior, has been rather unusual as of late. Although we can only imagine the confusion they were going through. Not the first time. Let's not forget that something similar happened 5 years ago when Lilum Advancement was at its historic high. Fortunately, nothing came out of it. Will it happen again? Time will tell. Only Tim will tell. Anyway, let's save the game real quick before we go to work. Anime. 'Cause it's Sunday, I think. Or maybe they... no, it's... Wait, no, never mind. I'm incorrect. Anyway, good evening. Jill, I told you to come in the nicest clothes you have. You came in your uniform. These are the nicest clothes I have with me. Besides, you and Gil are in your uniforms too. Well, I can't really show up in my casual clothing. I'm being monitored. What about the kill you wore that one time? I'm still surprised that one didn't break the dress code somehow. And you, Gil? I don't have that many clothes to begin with. You people depress me. Well, everything's in place back there. Alma's here. You know, there was a time when people greeted others before saying stuff like that. Come on, Jill, greet her properly. Welcome to wait. Man, if that's not a sign that you need to ease up on the work, I don't know what is. Man, shut up, it's become a reflex. Wait, Alma also came in her usual attire. Why didn't you say anything to her? Ripped sweaters, get a free pass. Why? Silly question, never mind. Jamie came in earlier. Jamie came earlier too. The dogs went with him to get some ice. Don't we have ice? Trying to make it out of the bartending station is a chore, so it's better to buy some outside. Huh. What were you doing back there, Alma? Setting up the food warmer. The what? I bought it 3 days ago. It's amazing. It looks just like a set of wires, but you can create a frame with them. Put the food inside it, press a button, and watch as it warms the food just like a microwave. It's an infomercial bauble though. Really useful, but tricky to handle at the same time. One wrong move and we'll be out of food for the night. Everything will be scorched in a second. Oh. So you bought infomercial stuff too? Haven't you? It's at the very least a good idea for gifts. Well. Dynamic entry! Finally, at least someone came after me. Is it weird that I've already heard that 3 times in the last hour? Oh, don't be like that. She's not saying it out of malice or anything. She just found it funny. You're taking her side now? Jealous? You wish. Girls, you don't need to fight for me. We're not. I'll go check the microwave wires thingy. I'm starting to get hungry. Great idea. Back. Oh. Hello, Jill. Soldier, you're late. Hold on, no, that's Nacho, so it's... Soldier, you're late. Hey, Jay! See, that's how you greet people. Hey, you should it. I'll go help, Uh, I'll go help Sweater Pups. Something wrong. She's not good with dogs. Oh. Alright, we're all here so we can start. Yo, Anchorage! Alma. I know what I said. How's the food doing? It's doing... The voices are starting to blend into each other. They sound exactly the same now. It's doing well, but it'll take a bit. Can't you speed it up? I've used those microwave wire things before. It's either warm nicely but slowly or burn that bitch. So, how long? 15 minutes or so. A bell will ring when the time comes. We need to kill some time then. Alright, let's play Truth or Dare. What? I'll pass. Games are for kids. I'm in! Sure, I'll play. Sounds fun! As long as that one stays away from me. That'll make the time pass faster. I'll pat. You'll play. Alright then, rules are simple. If you get picked, you pick either Truth or Dare. I'm gonna take a sip of a drink first. My throat's starting to feel... Ooh, sorry about that. Start to feel like something. It's not caffeinated this time. I'm trying to cut down on the soda, you know? Rosé, why don't you just drink coffee then? Coffee? At almost midnight? Are you fucking crazy? The idea of coffee makes my accent change. Are you fucking crazy? Anyway, never mind all that. After you finish, you get to pick someone else. We go like that until the food's done. What about punishment games? Those are a hassle. Just issue new questions or challenges until the other person complies. That said, Jill! Yes. You start. Pick someone. Oh, let's see. Well then, Dorothy. Yes! Truth or Dare? Let's go with Truth. Is there anything you've rejected from clients? Those who want to roleplay with mutilation. Huh. I mean, sure, I can take off my limbs no problem. I have to do that for maintenance every now and again. But I'm not okay with doing it for clients, because first, that leaves me defenseless, which I cannot allow by any means. And second, half of the time the roleplay involves a violent scenario. And there are some behaviors I won't reinforce, namely non-consensual violence of any kind. Interesting. Alright, my turn. You, Sweater Pups. Me? Truth or Dare? 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 Man, you're brave or stupid. Okay, I want you to say, in the most sultry voice you can muster, admin override. Oh, I clicked away from the game. That's not good. Okay. Admin override. Happy? Yes, very. Seems like you caused some collateral damage here. Hmm? I don't know what you're talking about. Don't mind me. Seriously, guys? Oh, let's see. You, the dog. My name is... Yeah, whatever. I want you to bark. I haven't picked Dare. I said, bark. Bark! I asked you to do it, not to say it. Bark! Barking! Hey, if I bark, then I'm the king of the bar, 'cause I'm barking. Seriously, Jill? Yeah, I have a lame sense of humor, whatever. Alright, my turn. Hey, Jay, truth or dare? Dare. Then, pet me! I'll pick, yeah. I'll pick truth. Okay, why are your nails so thin? Huh? Your nails! You won't be able to dig with such flimsy nails. All humans have nails like these. Wait, they do? How do you dig? With shovels. You guys are weird. Why are you so reluctant to pet him? Call it a good feeling. Wonder how long till the food's done. Alright then, Alma. I'll pick truth. What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to your arms? Well, there was this one time when I got mugged on the street, so I kinda threw my hand at the thief to knock him out. Threw? I think it's what you usually call a rocket punch. So you didn't throw it so much as propelled itself toward the thief. Yep. And how is that embarrassing? It was just so cartoony. It's a bit embarrassing. It's a bit impractical too. The hand has a startup time after reattachment. Yes, but why add such a function? Why wouldn't you add such a function? Well, because... Boss, don't tell me your arm can also... This hand of mine is awesome! It burns! I don't know, the whole thing. This hand of mine burns with an awesome power. That's what it is. My turn then. I'll pick Lorenzo. Gillian. Gillian. Casimiro. Truth or dare? Truth. How do you manage to keep that stubble of yours at the same length all the time? How do I... Huh? I mean, no matter when I come here, whether it's at 3 a.m. on a weekday or in this afternoon on Sunday, you always have the same 3-day beard. It never gets any longer, but you also never shave. How the hell do you do that? Well, that's a good question. That's a good question, really. Now that I think about it. I do shave, but I use an electric razor. And set it quite low, so... You're not saying something, but whatever. Anyways. Let's see. Hey, dog. Dare! Then, play dead. There's not much time left. I want you to know. I always thought you were a fuck boy. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Hey Jay, I dare you to bury me. Okay. I was joking. Don't bury me for reals. I'm alive. I'm getting hungry. Boss. I'll pick dare. Can you lift me with just your non-mechanical arm? Alright, you can, please. You put me down. Well then. Hey Gil, truth or dare? Can I really pick? Let's go with dare. Okay then, please cross your arms. Oh, right. Now turn a bit to the left. I mean my left. Oh, a bit more. Now stand still for a second. Boss, is that a picture? That it is. Nope, not even the same race. Sorry for the trouble. You were comparing me to a pic? Yep. Can I at least see it? No. Fine. Oh, a bell. Hold on. Oh, a bell. Food's ready. Ah, finally. Oh, let's go. You guys go on ahead. I'll have a quick smoke outside. Be careful. Truth or dare, huh? Truth or dare, huh? It was fun, I guess. Hey! Hello. A bit late for the hello, don't you think? Hey, want one? You know I don't smoke. Yeah, true. Are you leaving already? Yeah, technically we celebrated Mega Christmas yesterday. But I just got a message that Diana's making a ruckus, so I gotta leave. Yeah, good luck with that. Speaking of ruckus, how have you been doing? Fine, I guess. All of this has helped me keep my mind off of things for a while. Isn't it weird to feel the absence of someone you had no contact with whatsoever for the last 3 years? Ask Katyusha or any of the old literature maidens whose spouse went to war types. I mean, even if you had no contact with her, maybe she was constantly on your mind. If you tweak the circumstances, it's not that different from one of you going to a war. Alright, I just want to say real quick, I didn't make that the stream title on purpose. That was very much a coincidence. I did not expect someone being gone to a war to come up at all once in the game, but what you gonna do? Well, although the circumstances make me not want to, I've gotta go. Careful out there. Oh yeah, you should take a chance and spend this time with everyone inside, don't you think? Yeah, she's right. Hey, Jill's back! Hey, Jill's back! Alright. Oh. And that's the end of this chapter. Alright, we're in the last chapter of the game. How many more days do we got? About 3. Jill wants to see if the Alex doll's beard actually grows. You've been using that hoodie a lot lately. Shut up. From the cult classic video game Y2K, his beard grows in real time. Street race at Motor City leaves 2 dead. The Motor City District is notorious for its number of illegal street races it sees each week, and the dozens of injured drivers it leaves every year. This time it has been reported that 2 people died during a race hosted at the Gate Highway, otherwise known as the Death Lane. The transit police are currently investigating deaths, as well as the underground world of illegal street racing. Straight racing. We have several suspects in regards to who is running this underworld, but nothing concrete as of yet, Chief of Transit Police Department Jay Esposito told the Augmented Eye. The death of these 2 youngsters will be the last, however, that's a promise. I heard there's a defamation campaign against that district, though. You wouldn't believe what happens in this cartoon. Cartoons are not for children. They're still largely colorful, but the themes they touch have become rather dark. In fact, every cartoon on air today has dark themes. It's come to the point where innocent animated characters are no longer a thing. I suppose children are young adults from birth now? But enter Touch Fluffy Tail, a new show that aims to challenge that current trend. No deep lore, no obscure adult references, no stupid deep plots. Just fun with numbers and fluffy tales, said a TFT producer who has to remain anonymous to avoid internet backlash. I don't want death threats for making a cartoon for actual kids. Stop. I'll rescue you. I'll touch your tail if I wanna. Glitch City Olympics return next year. For the 10th consecutive year, the GC Olympics returns to the emblematic Super Silver Thunderdome, this time with a representative from the elusive country of Kanye-vania. Prime Minister Quincy, who is in charge of the committee, told the Augmented Eye that it wasn't easy getting in touch with Kanye, and that we had to abide by some of his religious rules in order to see some of their best competitors come to the country. Kanye-vania's main religion, Kanyeism, prohibits the existence of nanomachines inside the body, and as such, competitors from said country had to perform specific treatments in order to repel the swarm. It's a temporary solution, but it will do the trick. I guess tacky bodysuits are more practical for sports. Model Warrior returns to TV. Anyone watching it? I don't even have a TV. So useless. Julianne is old and busted. I heard you talking shit about my waifu like I wouldn't find out. Is it gonna be censored? I don't think so. The show was rather tame as far as I know. I'm gonna marry Julianne. Oh man, I remember watching this show back when I was like 10. I think I discovered porn thanks to it. You will never discover Rule 34 for the first time again. Why keep trying? Never seen this show before. Is it any good, or is it just a meme? It's a meme show. There's nothing outstanding. What about the sequels? Are those going to be broadcasted as well? Sequels are shit. Is your lip trembling? No. Alright. Let's do a real quick save and then go to work. I don't want to see ramen. I want to see anime. Anyway, good man. Hey, Jill. Gil is back in the back sorting an ingredient shipment, and I got things to do in the dog's charge. Okay, bye. What? Wait, the dog what? Okay, first order, pet me. No. Pet me. No. I'm in charge, and I want you to pet me. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Hey, Jay. Won't pet you. You'll pet me sooner or later. They all do. Well, Will. You called? He said Will, not Gil. Who the hell's Will? Nobody. Don't be rude with poor Will. There's no Will. Do you need me to psych you up then? Shut up. You go back to whatever you were doing. Alright. And you, stand by. Only if you pet me. Go! The fuck just happened? Well, aren't we spirited today? Welcome to Valhalla. Helio. Why do you sound so weirded out? You didn't show up with a bombastic soliloquy. Well, putting up an act can be tiring, you know. So it's all just an act then. Wasn't it obvious? I guess. Would you mind getting me a Bleeding Jane? Sure. Bleeding Jane. Would you mind taking your local color elsewhere? You're wearing pantyhose. What? He is, 'cause he's a gay boy. Bleeding Jane. Yes, this is just a thing. So, tired of putting on an act. Care to explain? It's a long story, and I'd rather not talk about it right now. Yeah, fair enough. What made you change your mind, though? Well, for one thing, it's safer for me now. The pompous buffoon act was mostly a way to avoid raising suspicion. Safer? There's a word that's been losing me lately. Wait, that was your way of avoiding suspicion? Yes. You do know how weird that sounds, right? It sounds weird. You try not to raise suspicion, but you act in a bombastic manner that screams you're here, you're there. And everyone dismisses the fool as a buffoon and moves on. Yeah? I mean, you might be right if you were talking about hiding myself, but I'm avoiding certain crowds of people. Yes, my behavior might call everyone's attention, but then everyone just decides I'm harmless and disregards me. And depending on how erratic my actions are, I become harder to read, giving me yet another layer of an enigma. Oh, congrats. No offense, but I fell right into your plan. I just dismissed your actions as those of a fool and moved on. You completely fooled me. Thanks. Say, can you give me something spicy? Sure. Something spicy. How about a bloom light? Ah, shit. Hold on. 4, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I gotta add both of them. There we go. So unnecessarily brown. Here. Here you go. Aren't you fascinated by spiciness? What's spicy for humans might not be spicy for other animals. Hell, what's toxic for us might not be for other creatures. Do you like spicy things, bartender? I don't mind them, I guess, but I'm not really a fan. The neutral stance is actually quite weird to come across. Everyone either loves spicy things or hates them with a passion. Do you like it? Lots. Not only in regards to painfully spicy things, but also the way mild or slight spice adds to a meal. I've always had this dream of opening a curry stand. As things are, I might actually pursue that dream. Let me know if you do. I haven't had curry in ages now. Hey, bartender. Call me Jill. I wanted to apologize. You put up with me all this time without lashing out. I should apologize for my behavior, and thank you at that. Don't worry, I actually feel like I was too rude to you last time you came. Granted, you came at a really bad time, but I should be the one apologizing. You're a client after all. Well, don't. I'm actually surprised that nobody else had violently lashed out at me yet. You're making me curious as to who you really are, though. Is Virgilio even your real name? It might be. It might not. Sometimes I wonder if I'm a magnet for people who have their identities in sordid pasts. Gil, Jamie, you. Did you say something? Just randomly pay me no mind. Now that I think about it, how did you find this bar? I was avoiding some chaps and came to this alley. Again. In my time here, I've heard avoided people and ended up here enough times to make me believe that the original owner built the bar here thinking about the runaway public. You make me sound like a criminal. You're not helping. The expression runaway doesn't just mean people escaping the law, though. We've had people avoiding stalkers or solicitors. I've seen people more shocked by an insistent salesman than a shady figure. Maybe because the salesman is a more active predator? I don't know. A troublesome part of the city might, right near the shopping center district. Let them know there's a bar and they'll come. Sorry, I should stop rambling myself so much. I don't mind it. Do you think I'm some sort of criminal, though? Like I said, you're not helping. But for all I know, it might be the buffoon I've seen the other days. In any case, can I get something bitter here? On it. Bitter? Gotta get her, get him? Get him. Let's get him. Let's get him a grizzly temple. Animal crackers in my soup. Monkeys and rabbits. Loop de loop. Here you go. This works. This works. This works. Do you like coffee, Miss Bartender? As weird as it may sound from a smoking bartender, no, I don't. Well, I get it. It's not for everyone. That cat Boomer on the other day. What about her? Still scared of her? Not really, but she looks so familiar. Maybe you're mixing her up with another cat Boomer. No, that's not it. It's like the bandage girl last time. Even with the bandages, there's just something really familiar about her. Maybe you need to stop thinking about it. Answers usually come to you when you stop stressing out. You might be right. Well, I'll leave you for now, bartender. Thanks for everything. Please come again. Welcome to Valhalla. Oh, hello, Mr. Detective. Yeah. Here we are, another mute person wandering to the bar. Anything I can get you? Gut punch. Alright. Gut punch. Here. Oh, you got it right. So, what's up now? Bit of a holiday blues, you could say. So you celebrate Mega Christmas? Why wouldn't I? You look more like a Festivus kind of guy.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
We love ourselves some, is that a Seinfeld reference? Yes, cause Art here looks like George Costanza, you know? I mean, it's a little obvious. Why does everyone keep saying that? Well, Festivus is a celebration going against the capitalist madness that is Mega Christmas. And, you know, cheapskate. If you have something to say, just say it. I'll refrain. Although, now that I think about it, Holiday Blues is not really tied to a specific celebration. Just a season. A season of consumerist craze. Mega Christmas is just a mockery of what the real Christmas once was. I mean, the season has slowly become enslaved to the corporations over time. Holiday spirit can only be manipulated so much. But then came this turbo male guy He started a yearly tradition of dressing up like Santa in the ring. Turbo Male, that can't be his ring name. It is. Really? Such a tacky name was accepted? His partner was Buster Master, and his rival was Dr. Chris Max. Tacky names were not a problem. I knew there was a wrestler that dressed as Santa every year. I also knew that the guy became insanely popular and the stunt got out of control. And of course, there's a part everyone sings about. Santa became Nega Santa thanks to the Redmond family. Nega Santa sees the error of his ways and becomes the mighty Mega Santa, renaming the holiday Mega Christmas. And then every company jumped on the bandwagon and Christmas was Mega Christmas before anyone noticed. So you're telling me that the guy who somehow Did I read? Nah, I read that correctly. So you're telling me that the guy who somehow managed to rename the holiday went by the ring name Turbo Male?
Thanks.
That's not the button I wanted to press. That's the one. Yep. That makes the whole holiday sound like a joke. The holiday is a joke. And you're telling me you don't celebrate Festivus? No, I don't. Do you know what kind of people celebrate Festivus? The kind that's so lame and bland that they only talk about how they're better because they celebrate Festivus. Like those jerks who only eat Nuke and think they're better than everyone else. I see. Anything else I can get you? Give me a fringe weaver, will you? Get him a fringe weaver. One of these and 9 of these. That's incorrect. There we go. Yeah. Right, thanks. So, any issues with the city lately? What's the word on the street here? Excuse me. Wow, it's just been... Alright, it's just been the same songs over and over. Shouldn't I be asking that? There's nothing new, really. The lynchings of White Knights stopped, so there's that. Really? Something about the armor. I haven't gotten much on that one yet. All in all, the madness following the attack on the bank seems to have settled down a bit. That's good to hear. Have any other details about the attack emerged yet? All records of whatever happened there have long been deleted. Security cams, system logs, everything was wiped. Whatever happened there, it's become even more of a mystery now. I wonder if Say plans on testifying. Does anyone know if Say went there in the first place? Maybe the wiping of everything actually protects her somehow. Hey bartender, you okay? Sorry, I got distracted. There's not much to say, really. There's the odd silly rumor here and there. Like the vending machine's tasers malfunctioning and applying more strength. Or that the writer of The Last Rain in the World is actually living here as a brain in a jar. But those are the kind of rumors you hear from crackheads. Crackheads might hold that one last piece of info you need, but you also hear crap like that. I see. My throat's starting to hurt a little bit. I might need more things to drink. Anyway, I'm leaving. Happy New Year, bartender. Please come again. Alright, but... Oh wait, she's out. Gil, you there? Yeah, taking a break. Let me know if someone comes in. Things are pretty quiet outside. Let's go. Time for one of my favorite guest characters. Excuse me. Hold on. No. Excuse me. Is this the Valhalla bar? It certainly is. Well, welcome. What can I get you? Actually, I'm looking for Lexi! Ah, there she is. I'm looking for some stuff. I'll be with you in a second. Don't worry, I'll just have a drink in the meantime. So, you're Jill? You know me? I've been keeping in touch with Dana ever since she left Neo San Francisco. She always talks about you, about her sister, about her friend in Panama, about her sister and this dog she picked up from the street. A dog. Yeah, I think she called him Gillian. That can't be right. So, Lexi here, wonderful lady here, Lexi, is a very important character in a spiritual prequel to this game called 2064 Read Only Memories. And she's really cool. She's a Hispanic, like pale Hispanic, kind of like Cheese, you know, kind of like the person she is. Pale Hispanic. I want to say she's like a Mexican. She's like a detective who has cybernetic eyes, and she's basically like, I don't know what's going. She's basically like, I don't know what's going on here, but I need to know sooner rather than later. Very like by the books until, you know, shit starts going sideways, and she's like, all right, fine, I guess I'll help you out. She's cool though. I like her. And also she's gay, so, you know, there's that too. She kind of just says, you know, tell your sister I miss her. First I heard of this dog. Yeah, she told me he appeared at the door looking very pitiful. And she always talks so happily about how he opens up to people around him. She's even asked me for help finding where he came from. Dog, huh? It's... Did you hear something outside? Probably just a dog sneezing. What can I get you? Let's try the Fringe Weaver. Let's get a Fringe Weaver. Plan on getting wasted, detective? Like I ain't gonna complain. I ain't gonna judge you, but also, you sure? Fringe Weaver. Seems right. Thanks. Sorry, my office is a mess, so I can't let you in right now. I'll just go buy some. Take your time. This is the first time I've seen her get so excited about someone. Well, I guess it's been almost 7 or 8 years since I last saw her. She had a brief stint with me at the Neo San Francisco Police Department. Another thing to add to the oddly adventurous past of my boss. Can't picture her as a policewoman, though. Well, she's more of a collaborator. Everyone in the department acknowledged her abilities, and she helped us from time to time. She was authorized to come with us, but couldn't act by herself. She didn't have a gun or a badge, but she did have a radio to stay in touch. And I'm not gonna lie, she was one of the best backup partners I've had over the years. She once took down a band of punks with nothing but a loaf of bread. Loaf of... Yeah, that sounds my boss. She requested that the next loaf have sesame seeds, something about it hitting harder. So her penchant for swinging breads, so loaves like swords is not just some weird habit. And how did she end up with the police of all places? Our old league, the Grand Slam Fighters, was fighting against the NSFW. NSFW? I was there because I needed to ask the owner of the league a couple questions. But then a fight broke out, many drunkards joined the fray not too long after. I was gonna start evacuating the place, but before I knew it, she had already subdued the troublemakers. I asked for help with the rest of the case. One thing led to another. I was afraid that she might have become involved as an alternative to jail time. Nah, she's not that kind of girl. So you came all the way here for a visit? I'm in the middle of some investigations, actually. I don't think the Neo San Francisco police has any say on whatever happens here. Nah, I'm not in the police anymore. I'm a simple private investigator. If you came all the way here on a case, you can't be just a simple private investigator. Fair enough. You wouldn't by any chance have heard of a group called the Swap Spiders, would you? First I heard that name, sorry. Don't worry. Say, let's try this Sugar Rush. Sure. Give Lexi a Sugar Rush. Here you go. Yeah, this is what I've heard about. Alright, fuck it. Let's just hit a bar and chill. Boss, you own a bar. Doctors don't diagnose themselves, Jill. I guess you're right. Wait, is she? Calm down, you don't need to overdo it. We're not dating anymore. Wait, she what? I was bored, she was lonely, we gave it a try, it didn't work, we broke up after less than a week. Huh. Well, it didn't work. She was too uptight. She was too Dana. She was too Dana. Too Dana. On our first date, she got her head stuck in a bucket. Dinner became a night in the hardware store getting the thing off. Oh. Too Dana. Yeah, I get it. Anyways. I haven't seen you in person in a long time and you have to leave before New Year's. I don't want to make a mess. Don't try too hard. Seriously, don't. I'll make a mess. Let's just go outside and... let's just go outside and drink Hassie. Hassie... I came all the way here to drink Hassie? I have Hassie at home. Hey, this stuff is like caviar here, thanks to the import rates. I'll take your offer then. You go ahead while I grab some ice. Oh, these voices. Okay. A pleasure to meet you, Jill. Please come in. Hey, boss. Yes? Lacey said something that got me thinking. The relationship? No, what? Actually got me curious. Do you swing that way, boss? Cuteness knows no boundaries. Right. Anyway, what got me thinking was, she thinks Gil's a dog. She does? Yeah, when you talk about him, she thinks you're talking about a dog. Gil is patrolling nearby with Nacho and the other dog. This will be fun. Just don't overdo it. Feeling lonely? That voice. Hey Joe, long time no see! Really long time no see. Seriously, it feels like it's been over a year since I last saw you. I was planning on visiting you last week, but things were pretty heavy back then. So I just waited in the background until the tension wore off a bit, you know? Earth to Joe, I'm talking to you here. If I ignore her, maybe she'll leave. I'm not an unfathomable sense of dread. You can't just ignore me, you know. Julianne Stingray, I'm talking to you. Ugh. Calm down, don't fall for her taunts. How does she know my full name, though? I thought your full name was Julianne Natalie Stingray. Or did you legally remove the Natalie? Never mind that, is she reading my thoughts? Yeah, I mean, they're kind of written in the middle of the screen. Hard not to see them, actually. Alright, that's it. I'm going crazy. That's such a self-centered way to see the world. You assume that you're crazy because you can't accept that this world could be weirder than you think. This world is amazing because of the things you just can't explain, you know? And just because you only experienced something doesn't mean it's just a lie or that you're going crazy. I mean, just look at ASMR. No, I'm pretty sure that's what a crazy person would say in this scenario. You acknowledged me. Ah, shit. That's good. I want... I'm not serving you anything. What? Why? Last time you came, I had to clean the drinks since I served you off the floor. Don't be like that. The drinks were also paid for with my money. I don't know how you did it, but that set any and all plans I had for the rest of the week off balance. I was gonna buy some curry with the money I had put up for those drinks. Dog duty done. I know we have slow days, but for God's sake. You okay? You look angry. I'm fine. Good job out there. Hey, I'm back. Boss, what happened? Meeting cut short. At least I drank the the bottles. Are you okay? You look distraught. I'm fine. So they really can't see. I mean, you're right in front of them. And you're wearing jeans under a skirt. Why? Why? To annoy people, of course. Is that a new trend? What does she think she's doing? Everyone feels like it's not quite right. Everyone thinks they should just call you out. But they can't bring themselves to do it because it's not that wrong. There are things like spats after all. It's uncannily right. Not all that wrong. And they can't stop staring. Not like anyone other than me can see it though. They could see it if they wanted to. Jill, you're making an awful lot of faces there. You okay? Yeah, just remembering stuff. Man, I miss not being crazy. Boss, I'm leaving early today. And you stay there. Who stays where? Crap, did I just... You have to be the first person I met who mixes their inner voice and outer voice. Thought I saw one of the dogs near the counter, sorry. Oh, okay. Can I leave a bit earlier today? Yep, sure. Thanks for helping taking care of the fort. What about me? You haven't left yet. I'll thank you. You haven't left yet. I'll thank you when you leave. That's not what I... Whatever. Here's something in case you felt lonely today. I will give it one more half of a day until before calling it, which is like probably 20 minutes. Night of the ID Snatchers. Gotta go buy it. Joe managed to get Gabby off her mind. Oh, that's nice. There are cats. There are cats in heat outside. I'd have blue balls if I still had any. Taylor in the brain. Tired of name change requests. Oh, we talked about this actually. A couple weeks ago, we wrote about Taylor, one of the brains from the Sola Anima project. One of the highlights from the interview was that unfortunately stripped from the finished version of a stray comment about how many people asked Taylor to change their name to Brian on a regular basis. I know people try to be funny, but I won't change my name for a punchline, Taylor told the AE team. I know people try to be funny. I like the name Taylor, and there's nothing wrong with Brian. I just won't be a part of the joke. My life is more than that. Taylor is currently looking at their chances at becoming a senator in the upcoming electoral season. Good for Taylor. Good for Taylor. Parliament discusses anime influence. During an unusual meeting held at Parliament today, delegates discussed the effects of anime on the population. It's nothing but filth. Trash. A representative for the Workers' Party yelled during the meeting. Excuse me. If I could choke every single writer and animator out there, I'd do it. I'd choke them with my own enhanced hands. Several anime studio heads have responded to the news. I think they would ban it if it wasn't bringing so much money into the local market, Yamake, a producer, told the Anga tonight during a phone interview. I do agree that anime is trash, but I'll save the genre, you can trust me. Ah yes, important topics and all. Excuse me, I'm just making sure I did something correctly. Ah, I see. All right. I don't need to worry about the thing that I'm worried about that much yet. Biker gang arrested after vandalism during protests. Members of one of the largest biker gangs in Motor City sector were arrested after the group's leader and her entourage were found at the site of a protest last Sunday. The leader, known in the streets as Christian Love, declared to the press that they were unjustly arrested and that her gang was leading to defend the protesters from the White Knights. They're afraid of us. They know they can't take us down in the streets, so they use protesters as a shield, and we had no option but to surrender, Love told AE during a phone conversation. They're currently detained and waiting for trial. The formal charges are unknown so far. Isn't she a game developer? She's many things. Oh, it's Christine Love, not Christian. Pardon me. Yuri new season. It's finally here. I can't believe I'm alive for this day. Thank you, base god. All boards report in. What are the boards, you idiot? Nice. More stupid moe blobs. Yuri gets a new season, but the actual best YY is Yu Yu Hakusho? Maybe. My internet service gets cut off tomorrow because I can't afford it anymore. Wake me up. Get a job, you stupid neat. Oh god, here we go. Prepare hot cocoa, sit in comfy couch, put on favorite mega Christmas sweater, see snow falling outside, turn on heater, get my blanket, watch glorious Yuri, and fall asleep when it ends. I am the comfy. I wish I was as comfy. Have work tomorrow. Enjoy the Yurus for me, Dangeroo. Sounds cute. For nerds, maybe. Alright. Last half of a day session, let's go. I believe if I stream this again next week, that'll be it for the game. Because we're right at the end game. Just about. Almost there. Ooh. Scalp itches just a tiny bit. Had to really scratch. Good evening. Hey Jill, let's have a New Year's party this Saturday. Isn't that a bit soon? Why? Did someone famous get killed at a New Year's party? No, I mean... Never mind. Sure, I'm in for it. Great. And Gil? He's coming too. I mean, it's not like he has anything else to do. Hey. No, I mean, where is he? He was escorting a client of his to the station. He should be back any second now. Back. See? So you come to the New Year's party too, Gil? It's not like I have anything else to do, so... Told you? We're depressing people. Oh yeah, the kid from the other day, Gabby, I think you called her, asking me to give you this. I believe it's a note. A note? Gabby, let's see. First of all, I want to apologize for my behavior before. I was still hurt by my sister's death, and it wasn't fair to take out all the stress on you, let alone put the blame on you. And so it feels weird to ask this of you after how I treated you, but I really want to talk to you. I want to catch up, chat for a while, to do what you were doing with me before I lashed out. I want to understand this freedom you talked about, the fear that drove you to a fight with my sister. I'll go back to the bar on the 31st. I won't take much of your time. If you don't want to see me after all that, I'll understand. But please, I really want to talk to you. Gabby. Wow, that girl has a big vocabulary. She was always a smart one. The 31st, written in different handwriting. Oh yeah, she asked me when would you be here and relatively free, so I told her about the party. I also assumed you'd say yes to the party, which might not have been the best idea, now that I think about it. Boss, I'm having second thoughts about coming to the party. What? Why? Because I really don't want to face Gabby again. Now it's all coming back to me. What drove me to never go back and apologize for all these years? Fear and shame. Shame because I know I made a hideously stupid mistake and it's painful to face your mistakes. And fear of what they might say. With Lenore, we never broke up formally, so I was always afraid that if we were to meet again, she'd break up with me. Now I want Gabby to tell me that she hates me to my face. Lenore was in the right to break up with me and Gabby's in the right to hate me. But I don't want her to. Maybe if I never see her again and she'll never tell me that and Jill, you idiot. Yeah. You're thinking backwards. Didn't the letter say she wanted to understand you? If you bail out on this, she will hate you. Not only that, but you're getting a new chance here. Do you want to live the rest of your life running from another memory? Didn't you just say to Armitage that you hated feelings like that? Oh. Armitage? Titty hacker. Oh, I'm alright. I don't know what happened when you fought with that girl's sister, but now you have a chance to make amends. And not only that, you have us watching your back. So I want you to think about this. One day of fear or a lifetime filled with regret. Which one do you pick? Yeah, you're right. I hated feeling like that. I won't run away this time. Good, because I would have gone to your apartment and dragged you out of there if need be. Hey, boss. Thanks. That's what friends are for. Yeah. Anyways, let's start the day. My throat. Feeling not great. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Seriously though, it's the second note that stirred such feelings in me. Second one? 2 weeks ago, I got another note in the mail, this one from Lenore. Was that the envelope you took away from me in a panic? Yep. You haven't opened it? Why not open it with Gabby? You're facing one fear, might as well face the other. Maybe. Don't push her, Chief. I'm not. Maybe I just know she's capable of doing all that. I'll go secure stuff for the party. Call me if you need anything. Keep it up, Jill. Thanks. Hold on. Happy holidays! Oh, someone's happy. We held a party for the staff and their children. You should have seen the faces of those kids receiving gifts. Nabbing that Santa suit at the last minute the other day was totally worth it. Santa dresses seem to have been pretty popular this year. I heard they were sold out in most places. There was this weird shortage of Santa suits, but luck was on my side this year. Sorry for that outburst. Why? You look so happy. I felt happy too. Shouldn't have had your happiness. Anyway, can you get me a Cobalt Velvet, please? Sure, let's get a Stella Cobalt Velvet. Here you go. Ah, thanks. Are you meeting with Say today? She should be here in a bit. She told me she wanted to drink here, and since I was coming here too, sadly I can't stay for long. I have some errands to run. How long has she been lately? How's she been lately? She's better. Her wounds have been healing nicely. If only she stopped scratching at her bandages so often. What about her eye? Eye? Oh, hers. Sorry. It'll take longer to heal, but as long as it's kept clean, there should be no problems. But, to be honest, I'm more worried about her emotional wounds. She doesn't show it, but she's had depressive bouts from time to time. No can blame her. Her life changed completely. The job she loved no longer exists. She was used as a disposable pawn in the whole bank affair. I'm afraid it will all make her go back to her old ways. Old ways? There was a rough spot when Say was a teen. Her mom's clinic was about to close, then her biological father, who was an asshole, showed up. And the teachers at her school didn't help. Say is not a slow learner by any means, but her way of learning stuff is different. Oh, I get it. She's got autism, I see. She needs equivalences to things she knows. You need to get her, you need to get a bit in her mindset. Once you get this, she's a fast learner, but schools don't have that kind of patience. They basically branded her a failure, and she even dropped out. I would have suggested a special course somewhere else, but that would have offended her. She's always been against being labeled as special or different. Anyway, Say was totally different during that period. Foul-mouthed, short-fused. Nah, I understand. Always frowning, the total opposite of how she is nowadays. From time to time, I see that whole look across her face and it scares me. You're comparing her to her teen self, though. People mature. Maybe she'll show signs from time to time, but I bet Say knows better than to go back to that. I hope so. Give me something cold and sweet, will you? Yeah, sure, let's get her a moon blast. Here you go. Thanks. This is the kind of stuff Say asked for, you know? Now that you mention it. You know, back when Say reappeared, it seemed that she came here first. Oh yeah, she told me about that. Glad she found a familiar face after all that chaos. Did she tell you we had to talk back at the bar? At the back of the bar? You did? Well, it's nothing that important, but she was devastated, you know? She was afraid, tired. It hit me quite hard, not only after seeing her covered in bandages, but also after seeing her so cheerful before. I guess I should be thanking you then. You what? When I met with her, she told me you calmed her down quite a bit. I did? I'm guessing with all that was going on, the desire to not worry me weighed on her. It has happened before. It's good that there was someone else for her to share her stress with. Thanks. Sure. I don't think I did anything noteworthy, but sure. I wish I had cat ears like Stella. They are too cute. The cat ears are there because, her body can not handle the nanomachines, so, her genes have to be spliced with a cat. They call them cat boomers, and she's not the only one who's got them. Who is one, I should say. Anyway, yeah, they are cute. I've been wondering, can you really be so calm in the lower parts of the city? I mean, the streets are not exactly safe, and a cat boomer is sure to become a target. Well, I have my security staff with me at all times, so there's no problem. Besides, this part of the city is comfier. Come again? Sure, uptown is cleaner and maybe more secure, but it's also too sterile. Around here, you can actually feel the warmth of the people. You feel there are people living. I especially like going to a busy food stand. I feel a warmth there that uptown doesn't have. It's also easier to talk to people. Ah, you finally came. Ah, welcome. If you try to talk to someone in the upper part of the city, they either shrug you off or flat out ignore you. People around here are a bit wary, but they're also more likely to talk to you. Not that things aren't nice here, though. Can I get you something? I feel like having a beer. Make that too. But I just want one. I'm asking for one for me, adding one to your order. Oh, that, right. 2 beers for the girls. Here you go. Thank you. Ah, thanks. Say, you should have seen the kids after you left. They were all playing with the toys you picked. You nailed it again this year. They were all asking, where's Say? Where's Say? Why do they call you just Say when they call me Auntie Stella? I don't look that old. Don't worry, they still like you. Sorry I had to leave, but Mom worked overtime that night and I couldn't leave her alone. What happened? Well, there were fireworks and some dog thought it'd be safe to hide in a jar. The little guy managed to get his head and paw inside before getting stuck. And it was plastic, so they couldn't just try and break it. Oh, that's messy. She needed someone to hold the dog while she worked. Poor fella was scared. Well, I'm out. Oh yeah. We'll have a New Year's party this Saturday if you want to come. Sure, it's better than depressing myself with my dad's woes about the next fiscal year. I'll be here. Bye, Jill. Bye, Say. Careful. Please come again. You want to come too? I'd love to. I also make up for not coming last time. How was the party? Pretty nice. We played Truth or Dare. Had some fun, broke some glasses. Ate lots and lots of food. Seriously, looking back, the amount of food was ridiculous compared to the number of people who were there. Better leftovers than left hanging, don't you think? Yeah. Can I get you something? Let's try something classy. Alright, let's get her another Cobalt Velvet. We're serving 3 of them tonight. Something classy. Yep, this is the thing. Stella came in quite cheery about Sunday. This Sunday? Oh yeah. Well, you know, her birthday's actually the 25th. Really? There's a weird story from when she was a kid. She heard Mega Santa's story, and somehow she got it into her head that by being born on the 25th, she was the spiritual reincarnation of the original Santa. That made her start giving out gifts like crazy. She got over it, but the gifting stuck to her. Spiritual reincarnation. Well, the story says that the Redmond family destroyed Santa's spirit, and that Mega Santa was reborn as a manifestation of the Christmas spirit. She thought she was the old Santa, his spirit in a new body. That girl was as delusional as a kid. Huh. Speaking of things you did when you were young, Stella mentioned she's worried about you going back to your old ways. Something about that rough period when you were angry or something. Oh, that. It's sweet that she's worried, but I won't go back to those days just like that, though. Even if I face the same situation, I'm more mature, you know? I'm not a teen anymore. Expected as much. Told her as much. Hey, can I give me something bubbly? Yeah. Get her another Cobalt Velvet. It's the exact perfect drink for this kind of situation. Yeah. bubbly, bubbly. Hey Jill, you wanna know how Stella got her eye? Huh? I feel like you shouldn't tell me that. She told you my story. Means she likes you enough. It's fine. You remember when I told you one of the White Knights saved me from another? Well, it's about the other one. Apparently he was running away after doing something, I don't know. We were at the park and he held us hostage. At one point, they tried to approach me and he gouged Stella's eye out. I tried to stop him, but he just went and kicked me. Ah. There we go. I still remember that kick. I could feel my ribs breaking. There was pain in places I didn't know I could feel pain. From time to time, I still relive that day. The kick to my torso, Stella's screams, it's chilling. I briefly regained consciousness after the kick, when I felt like I was being lifted. The White Knight that attacked us was on the floor, not moving. It was on another White Knight's shoulder. He took his helmet off and put it on an anguished Stella. I passed out, and when I came to, I was in a hospital. Apparently the kick ruptured a couple of organs, and I was put on emergency care. I woke up because Stella was punching my leg telling me to wake up. Damn. Just damn. What made you bring this up? I bring this up because that guy that was here last time I came. I think he's the one who saved us. No fucking way, Virgilio. Really? What made you think that? Sure, more pounds and years, but I'm pretty sure it's him. There's something about his face I just can't dismiss. I'd like to see him again. Do you know how? Do you know the Steampunk Museum? Ask for Virgilio there. Gotcha. Well, I'm done for today. Thanks, Jill. Please come again. I'll go take my break, Gil. Sure. Alrighty, that's gonna be it for the stream tonight. I am tired, so is my throat. There we go. Whoever came by, thanks for coming by. See you probably next Saturday for the end of this. I'm almost assuredly gonna get to the end of this game, but next Saturday, maybe. Almost definitely, probably. We'll see. Anyway, with all that out of the way, thanks for coming by. Take care. See you later. Good night.